all it would take, sometimes is, Nintendo could roll up now with their next Direct and go, remember where we said we would show Metro Prime 4? We lied. And they would all go,
yeah.
And we all go fucking crazy.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Woo! Damn. Tried. Like I said, yesterday I couldn't do a video. My brain was just full with just too much goodness, and it just kept on coming. But you know what, this is what you want, right? I mean, when Metro Prime 4 was confirmed to be delayed, I done a video where I said I didn't care about the delay. And and that game, when it comes out, will be nothing short of chrome tier. Just let it bake, let it sizzle, because it needs to be greatness. Not just for the sales, but because of the legacy that both Metroid and the Prime series holds. But the main topic of that video was, where were Nintendo EPD in all of this, and how I felt they weren't on focus with the Switch like they should be, given the fact that Nintendo long ago merged Nintendo EAD and SPD into one main building, so they could share assets and work more closely together. This would hopefully bear more fruit for their new all-in-one gaming device in the Nintendo Switch, and give us Nintendo fans ultimately the best of both their handheld and console divisions in all one place, and people, like I said, no other developer out there can produce as much first-party content as Nintendo could, who supported two hardware devices most of the time throughout their life. The latest Nintendo Direct and the 2019 lineup for the Switch, started to show what I was asking for, and as you can see, from mostly everyone's reactions, the Switch in 2019 is going to be insane in terms of quality Nintendo content. Something we already assumed anyway, from what we already knew, what was already announced, but with all the new surprises and additions, it's just become even more bonkers, to the point where you can comfortably say we don't need the likes of, say, Bayonetta 3 or Metro Prime 4 on the Switch this year, because there are other powerhouses coming in their place. Evidence of this priority shift, as I like to call it, during this Direct was further proven by, of course, the megaton of an announcement that was Link's Awakening. I could harp on about how much this game means to me, and I will at some point. But the fact Nintendo put this game on a Nintendo Switch and not the 3DS, says it all to me. This game could have easily been another remake added to the 3DS library, to keep it going for just that bit longer, and why not? The audience is mostly still there for such a remake of an old Game Boy game, and the 3DS has been home to a number of Nintendo, remakes, such as like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Star Fox 64, or Metroid Samus Returns, and most recently, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. And if you want to class Luigi's Mansion as a remake, then go ahead. Then I need to be honest with myself. Would I have been as happy if Link's Awakening got a remake on the 3DS in say, Link Between Worlds graphical engine? The honest answer is probably not. It would have still been great, but nowhere near as impactful. That's purely because, for many of us, the 3DS is done. That doesn't take away in any shape or form how awesome that handheld was, or arguably still is. But there's no denying, at least for me, that times have moved on. I was utterly content with what the 3DS had to offer me in the past, but I've moved on. Until recently, it felt like Nintendo hadn't. Still focused on delivering time and resources to their 3DS crowd, and why not, right? The crowd was still there. But I'd like to say the 3DS and Wii U, it seemed that the 3DS was still a shadow, stopping the Switch from receiving the full attention I felt like it needed, especially during 2019. And I tell you what, there'll be some people who would argue that the 3DS was a shadow of the Wii U as well, stopping stuff from coming here, but that's another story. Nintendo made it clear again that their focus was now all on their current gen system by ruling the 3DS completely out of this direct as well. Even when they announced Box Boy and Box Girl, I was like, yes, now give us a Pull Blocks sequel as well. These little Nintendo games that fill the holes between major releases, whilst showing the world that Nintendo still creates new IPs and new characters, whether people feel like they do or not. My heart was in my mouth at the end of the Fire Emblem presentation as well. Worried that the three houses will turn into three separate games. Just like they pulled on the 3DS for the most part. But nope, we get a single console game with a lovely limited edition. All focus on the Switch and Nintendo players. Of course, I was still pissed that Captain Toad was getting paid DLC. As I always wanted a sequel to that game. Filling those gaps, like I said, but we got a port of the Wii U game with removed Mario 3D World levels, and now we get paid DLC for new levels, which in my mind, could have been a Captain Toad 2, just like we're getting Mario Maker 2, regardless of what they hate to say about it looking too similar to the original. It's just I can't even be bothered with people like that right now. We have even seen a small yet important shift in Nintendo Online with Tetris 99, a free game as part of your Nintendo Online subscription. And does this game have dedicated servers as well? I think it might. There are few other games more associated with Nintendo history than Tetris. And, after the launch of Tetris Effect on the PlayStation 4, we get this free version where you can play against 98 people all at once, which is bonkers and very welcome. The type of things that, indeed make Nintendo Online far more enticing as a subscription service than just free NES games. The priority shift is happening. I can feel it now. Compare what's coming in 2019 from Nintendo to what we were given in 2018, and my good people, there's literally no comparison and no arguments to be had. Nintendo's focus has shifted. Those who skipped the Wii U, I hope you've had your fill of ports, because I'm sorry, the difference between getting a Super Mario Maker 2 than getting a port of Mario Maker 1 is simply a no-brainer to me. And finally, it feels like Nintendo are back on track to provide Nintendo fans and Switch owners with content that's designed for the Switch. Nintendo's new console that deserves new experiences, and I hope this continues from here on out. This latest Nintendo Direct, was hype. And like I said on the Juices Loose podcast, even with our grumbles about how some directs have left us a little sour, all it can take is one unforeseen announcement, and Nintendo Directs can remind you of why we love Nintendo so much. Fire Emblem looks hype. Super Mario Maker 2 will have us creating even more crazy level with all its new additions. Astral Chain from Platinum Games, looks beast mode. It looks so good. What was that Square game on Inaki? Was it from Square? That game looked beautiful. Falling in line with what we've had with Octopath Traveler. Box Boy and Box Girl, like I said, will be an instant download for me. I highly recommend getting that game. It's a great puzzle platformer. And as for Link's Awakening, many of us have this special list of games, that we kill to see remade. Not because the originals don't hold up, but because these games deserve all the attention of the world throughout every generation. Link's Awakening is one of those games for me. My first real Zelda game, one of my personal favorite Zelda games of all time, one of my personal favorite games of all time, and nostalgia-wise, I hear Marin's song. I think of everything that happens in that game, and it's just one of my. There's little else that comes close to it for me, and and it's coming out this year. Right now, people, gaming is good. And don't forget the announcement of the new Hollow Knight game titled Silk Song. Hype! I'm telling you, right now I am in gaming heaven, and this is what we want. Just great great games from Nintendo, from third parties, on our favorite systems, and this is all we want, literally all we want. And this direct was just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. When they showed Link's Awakening, I was physically shaking, and my reaction it was mostly mute because my jaw was on the floor, and I could not believe it. Could honestly not believe it. But yeah, as always, let me know your thoughts. There's a billion Nintendo Direct videos out there. If you spare some time to watch mine, great. Leave your comments, and like I said, I'll reply to every single one of you. As always, take care all. Peace.
Yo, is this Link's Awakening? Oh my god, yo, don't play around. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're remaking Link's Awakening. Oh, don't play with my emotions, man. Oh, what's this gonna look like? People, you got no idea. This is... Oh. Oh my god. Oh, it looks beautiful. Oh my god. I can't get over this. Oh, fuck. Oh.
いかがでしたか？1993年に
Oh my god.